Welcome to another life and truth lesson with Nkechi, the birthday premium edition. My name is Nkechi Emmanuel Layode. I am the woman distinctiveness teacher. I'm a professional and a certified counselor. I help women understand their wholeness, completeness, uniqueness, and their indispensable relevance in impacting the world. Every year, I choose to share lessons that I have learned from the previous year that has helped me to grow. And that is what I am doing this time around. I am so excited. I'm so calm. Yes, I'm calm. I'm calmer than usual. And I'm just so blessed to see through to another year. I'm so grateful to God for this opportunity, and I do not even take it for granted at all. So you know what, we'll complete the rest of my introduction. There'll be descriptions in the link below. If you want to get to know more about me, you can just follow through any of the descriptions, get my books, courses. Want to know more of what I do, follow the links in the description below. Today we would be learning 9 lessons. We're going to be learning 9 lessons, and maybe if there is a bonus, maybe not, but I want you to pay attention as we go into the lesson. So it's not going to be titled per se, but you get the point, and especially you're going to get the point for you as we go on. The first point from my birthday lesson edition for my life and truth lessons with Nkechi is about our generation. Our generation is a very innovative generation, very creative, very very vibrant, very active, very proactive. And we have a lot of potential, and we have a lot of things that we're going to do faster, and we're going to achieve faster from the previous, compared to how long the previous generation used to achieve their own. But there's a problem I have seen so far in my last year, just studying and watching. What is this generation at this time lacks system building. This generation lacks very little value. Some, of course, not everybody in the generation, but some people in this generation lack system building and very little values that actually help to sustain that passion, that drive, that purpose. I like how somebody who I listened to a lot said one time, you can't change the world if you can't find your house keys or your car keys. Okay, so you want to go out, or you want to come in, you want to get dressed to go and change the world or do whatever it is. If you are not organized and you misplace your car keys today, tomorrow you're misplacing your house keys, next tomorrow is your shoes, what are you going to use? What are you going to get clothed in to change the world? The person was just trying to say, and what I'm trying to bring in into this point is, little things still matter if your organization, your passion, your vision, whatever it is you are looking to build or you're partnering to build with someone else, is going to last in the long run. It's not about starting, and it's not even about how fast. It is about how deep and how long. So we see organizations, we see companies for 100 years, 150 years. There are certain things that these people have put in place that is making them continue, that is making them have continuity. And I want to talk about some of these things as an encouragement and very important advice to myself first and to people of my generation working, listening, watching this video. Things like integrity, courtesy, honesty, keeping to your word, apologizing when you should, loving people. I mean, the list is endless, but maybe I'll pick one, and that will be honesty, integrity. Some people will say, I will do this by 2 p.m. You won't see them by 2 p.m. in the next 2 weeks. They won't apologize. They won't send anybody to you. They will just disappear. And you're wondering why you've used all the advert on social media and nobody, like you're getting only 10 people. It's not, like I said when I started, our generation is a generation where you can get annoyed. Oh, I don't have customers. Let me go and boost my post. There's nothing you can't do in this generation. It's not about, I don't think getting customers in this generation is one of the hardest things, because you can boost your post, you can tell somebody to regard, you can do anything you want to do. But you see, it's not about doing anything you want to do. It's about sustaining it. So when I come to you, you're a photographer, for instance, you promise that you will give me my pictures in 2 weeks. 1 year, I haven't seen my picture from you. You are what? Whatever it is, an hairdresser, whatever, an hairstylist, whatever your craft is, you say this. I will do this by 2 p.m. tomorrow. I will see you next week. I will see you on Friday. You are waiting for the person that you are delivering it to. Let's assume you are delivering it to call you to say, where are my goods? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense, and in the long run, people are going to get irritated, and they will eventually divert to people that will say one thing and will actually do it. Not will say one thing and mean 3 things. And again, it's not even you. Like I was telling somebody, you tear yourself apart every time you say something and you don't keep to your word. And I would do, every time you promise heaven and earth and you don't keep to it. And I'm just going to advise you in this generation, we're a generation that we're very loud, we're quick to talk, we're quick to everything, to just express ourselves. I think you should do a lot of foundational building, and you should also do a lot of strategizing how to walk the talk before you actually say it. Nobody is going to beat you for that. How about you tell somebody, oh, I'll bring it for you next week, Monday. And by Saturday, you ask the person, I'm ready with your goods. Are you around? Where can I deliver it? How about we really, really begin to live the culture of really over-promising, that's extending your promises and then actually delivering before time to actually please the customer, or whatever the case may be. And even in relationships, okay, you may say, it's not, I've told the person sorry. You don't want to be telling the person sorry every time or telling different. And I'm not talking about romantic relationships. I'm talking about relationship with people, your friends, whatever the case may be. You don't want to have to be known as they say you tell somebody, I'll bring this in by 2 p.m. 10 p.m. That actually, some people are already like that I already have some people like that when they say this thing, I'm going to bring this in, I already know. I've estimated for them in advance, because from the past record, I can't see anything to say this person said it and this person kept to their word. You don't want to enter that kind of list for people. I'm just saying it's true. And you don't want to be in that kind of list as well. I'm not saying this to say you should never make a mistake, but be quick to apologize. When you make a mistake, be quick to apologize. Don't allow the person you're supposed to apologize to or deliver a service or whatever the case may be the one to approach you, okay? That way it helps your brand, even helps your person. Okay, how about we begin to estimate this integrity, courtesy, honesty, loyalty, love, value for people above just being popular and making money, because I believe that that's what it is now. If people just want to get popular, want to be perceived in a certain way on social media. When you check out their private life, is a total mess. You don't want to be that person who is everywhere in everybody's faces. You are inspiring me, inspiring the people that don't know you, and the people that know you can't even be inspired by one thing just because of how your character has not spoken well of you. So let's build more character. If you say something, do it. If you whatever, I've said that, I don't need to repeat it. Let's build more character, because in the end, it's these little things that will actually sustain the brand, sustain your product, sustain whatever it is that you are looking to build, okay? Then number 2, love people, but don't dash them your heart. And this is what I mean in this particular points. If you know me personally, you know that I'm a love ambassador. Like, I'm all for love and I'm all for genuine love. So here's what I mean. When I say love people and don't dash them your heart, I'm not saying reduce the way you love people or don't love people completely. But what I mean is that when you're loving people, make sure that you are not depending on them. You are not resting your life on on the person, like pouring your expectation out on the person. God is the one, God, the creator of love, is the one that has given us the ability to love. And so when we want to love people, we are to trust and depend on Him to help us to love that certain person or love those certain people, so that when they disappoint us, we are not as miserable, because we know that our expectation was not on them, was really on what we have learned from the Word of God and what we have learned from the value and the person of God. What I'm trying to say is that love people wholeheartedly, respect them, value them, but do not allow people rule your heart. That's what I mean. When you love, do not dash them. And when I dash them, do not I'm trying to look for the best word now. Do not give yourself in such a way that you don't have anything left, because it's the person that loves themselves enough that is able to actually show forth love to somebody. So this is what I'm trying to say. Respect people, value people, love people, but give them space. I call it give them the what's this word that the human allowance space. That is the exact word I was looking for, and I wish I had not said plenty of those things before saying it, because just using this word that I captured here would have sorted it out, or would have just made this point short. But anyways, I hope you still get the explanation of what I was trying to say then. Give them the human allowance space. When you're going to love people, people are not going to always meet up to your expectation. It is okay. When you love people and you dash them your heart without giving them the human allowance space, you get hurt easily, and you easily want to move back. So if they say, oh, Kike, or how far is maybe it's Kike's wedding tomorrow, you not remembering that stuff from 1990, that stuff from 2000 that Kike to me. I can't risk it again. You know why? Because you poured all your life on top of Kike. Kike cannot satisfy you. That's the blunt truth. Yes, you are to love her, but you are really to depend on God, and you are to create that human allowance space. So as you love people, give them the space that, hey, this person is a human being. This person is a human being. This person can disappoint me. But you know what? I'll prepare ahead, I'll forgive ahead, and I'll give that person the human allowance space, so that when it happens, or if it happens, my love for that person is still intact. In fact, that is how to love wholly. Loving and just pouring yourself and just pouring your esteem and just pouring your life dependency on that person is not even a healthy way to love, because you just see people go so extreme, such as if I can't have you, I'll kill you, or if I can't have you, nobody will have you. Or you see people do funny things, like go on social media to just say very funny things and just go into a lot of depression. You will have hurts from people that are close to you, because the human allowance space you give to people are different. But just make sure that you are really relying and depending on God, and not just saying it for the sake of saying it. You're really relying and depending on God, and that you are really giving people that human allowance space. Hey, this person is my husband, for instance, but I know that this person can hurt me unknowingly. So I love this person wholeheartedly. I love this person completely. I love this person totally, but I'll give the person human allowance space for giving the person in advance, giving that person that a little just allowance, so that, okay, I trust God through this person, but if you do this, it's not going to affect my love for you, okay? So that way, is God, you are dashing your heart, and you are going to allow Him to lead you, to fine-tune you, and to just basically allow you deal with forgiveness, loving people, how to react to them, whether they treat you well or not, compared to if you are depending on the person's response. Have you ever seen when you're loving somebody and you feel that person should reciprocate and the person didn't? Sometimes your response or somebody's response can just go sour. It can just be the opposite of the love. You know why? You were being selfish about that love, actually. Yes, you were being selfish. You were dashing that person your heart because you were expecting that the person too should do it for you. But no. Put your hearts in the hands of God, and then say a human allowance space, so that there's no case of human allowance space, so that, I may love the person so much and the person may not reciprocate. It's okay. It's okay. I won't be bitter. Okay? Then number three, there's a reward in obedience to God and at the end of every task you complete when He asks you to. There's always a reward at the end of obedience. At the other side of obedience, the only thing is it will not be always so easy. But you know what? You should always choose to obey God every time and every time again. And I will give an example. I was partnering with somebody one time to do, I'm not going to go into details, but to do something. And I calculated that, okay, at the end of at least 3 months, I already prepared it. I will give this girl something. I'll give this girl something. Just thank you for doing this. And thank you for even going this far that I was going to do it. Thank you for even going this far. Gifts, just present. It wasn't a birthday. It wasn't going to be a birthday or anything. But I mean, I like to give people gifts. Oh, well done. You went this far. Nice one. This partnership is going to keep going higher. And the person just went out of what's the word? The person just disappeared, kind of. Again, I'm not going to go into details, but and I was just wondering, wow, look at what I prepared for this person and look at how it has. This person never got it. Of course, she never knew that I was doing that for them. She was not supposed to know. It was at the end of a certain time. I said, okay, let's go on with this partnership. At the end of this time, I'll give her. But she never got it. She hasn't gotten it till now. And that's the end of that matter. In fact, I probably would even, it probably may be for someone else. But the point is, at the end of, I'm saying, so I was now thinking that, so imagine if me as a human being was even planning to, I will not say reward, but just like kind of like a gratitude, like, hey, we've gone this far. We didn't even reach half of the time I was even thinking of, and I don't think the person was so serious and all that, but it's okay. But my point is, if me as a human being can even prepare something for somebody like, oh, I'm not the person's God though. It's not like the person said yes to me or was trying to obey me. It was just a partnership. I'm like, oh, by the end of this time, if this person reaches this milestone, I will give this to this person. How much more God that owns the whole earth, like, is waiting. You result, some of you, the prayers, it's just at the other side of obedience. For you, it may be serving. For you, it may be going some extra months in that job. For some of you, it may be just doing something radical that everybody's going to keep asking you, are you okay? That will even separate you from people. Are you okay? What's wrong with you? But you know what? If you are going to obey God, you are not going to always your explanation is not going to always make sense to a lot of people. So it's okay, because it will definitely reward you at the end of it. Number 4, feed yourself. I'm trying to work with time. If this video gets to 1 hour, that's going to be serious. But I trust that you watch it to the end, right? Okay. So feed yourself, and a lot of times, that's the point number 4. A lot of times people are waiting for their people to feed them. You know how a baby waits for the mom to feed him or her with Cerelac, whatever the place. So people are waiting for people to feed them. Oh, you're nice. Congratulations. You are blessed. I pray for you and things like that. And it's good and nice that we have those things around us, you know, and we have those sort of people, and we have people like that can help us with things to encourage us. But you can't live on that. You have to feed yourself. And when I'm saying feed yourself, you have to feed yourself from the diet design that God has prepared for you. And that diet design is from His Word. People cannot feed you because they do not have your ideal life meal. They don't have your ideal life meal, so they can't feed you. I'm using this scenario of feed. And what I'm talking about, in case somebody is wondering, I'm talking about self-confidence, self-esteem, validation, your wealth feed, your esteem, daily esteem feed, encourage. So people wake up every day to be looking for motivation on Instagram. So you can't find something to motivate yourself. Then you need a lot of work, or you need to come for my courses and counseling. You need to learn to feed yourself, because when people are not there, if you do not learn the act of feeding yourself, when I mean feeding yourself, validating yourself, appreciating yourself, drawing from the Word of God, and what's the word now? I'm trying to look for the word. Why am I looking for a word? Lots of words in this video. And basically trying to affirm, yes, affirm truth about yourself. Not, please, when I say feed yourself, I'm not trying to say you know you have weaknesses. You're not be deceiving yourself. I'm a hard worker when you know you need to work hard, okay? I'm talking about amplifying your strength, and also when you validate yourself, affirm yourself, it begins to bring out to you the reality of those things that you need to work on, and then you now begin to take action to do it. So when I say feed yourself, I'm not saying leave your weaknesses or leave things that you know you need to work on. Just be talking to yourself, just be encouraging yourself. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying you should learn to feed yourself, learn to encourage yourself. So even if you are not a hard worker at this point of time, tell yourself, I am going to be a hard worker, because I would take the steps that it takes for somebody to work hard, and it would happen in my life. Results will happen in my life. And as you say it constantly and consistently, you now begin to take steps towards it. But feed yourself. You get something, you get an award, you finish a project. Congratulate yourself, be happy with yourself, be joyful with yourself. It's your birthday, be joyful with yourself, take yourself out, make yourself up, do things, organize things for yourself, organize a private party. You and yourself, you, God and the Holy Spirit, you, Jesus, God, the Holy Spirit, organize. My point is, you have to be comfortable with yourself, and you need to learn. It's not something, I'm not the kind of person that tells you you have to without giving you the tools. So if you want to, check out my school in the description, Destiny Design Workroom Liveversity, and check out courses that will work for you. Self-esteem, self-confidence is something, and some other things, vision is the new CV. There are a variety of courses there. Check it out. Things that will help you with this, because you may not know how to do it, and it's okay, but you should learn how to do it, okay? Because the truth is, the people you always expect things from will not always be available to feed you. Let me help you ahead of time. And it's not because they don't want to. Sometimes they may be going through things in their life. Sometimes they may not just be available. Sometimes they may not be sensitive enough to know that you are going through those stuff. It's not time to start. And that's why a lot of people have a lot of grudges and baggages. It's not time to start getting annoyed, getting frustrated, cutting off contacts. This one did not greet me today. This one did not call me yesterday. This one did not buy something for me tomorrow. Okay, thank God for them when they are available. And again, life is in season. Sometimes some people just are on silent period or on silent mode for some season, and they'll be back in about 3 months or so for a certain season. Maybe because of what they are going through, maybe because of what God needs them to do, or maybe because God just needs you to grow. And that's what the topic and the subject of this video is. So be sensitive to it. Don't just be waiting around for people to feed you. If you need to get books, get courses, get whatever you need to do, and get into it. Okay, I think I spent enough time in that point. Then start. The world is going to catch up. I cannot emphasize a lot. A lot of people are waiting for things, and it's just it's like a follow-up to this point. Feed yourself. When you're waiting for a lot of things to happen before it starts, maybe money, maybe you're waiting for this person to endorse or validate you, or whatever the case may be. And that's why you see a lot of maybe great people, after they've done some great things, they don't see the amount of likes, they don't see the amount of announcements, they don't see the announcement of well done, or maybe they get the well done, but they don't get from the people that they expect to give it to them. You see people commit suicide, do things, just go depressed because they are just waiting around for people. See, whether people waiting for people to even accept, may even be to accept, it may not even be congratulations, you're looking for, but like, you brought out this new product, you just want people to jump on it. Oh, so if they don't jump on it, you will stop it. Then you are not serious. You start, you move, the world will catch up. And I have an example of clothes. I was saying something that the example that came to mind here was, when you were born, it's not like you were born from a mother's womb with clothes. Not like you were born with high heels, lipstick, makeup, books, bed sheets, whatever it is, think of it, whatever it is that you have now. But you know what, gradually, let's say your mother or your parents were sorry, they bought you like one full bag of baby clothes. Did you not grow up? You grew up. You outgrew those clothes. And then you started with maybe one of a pair of jeans, 2 t-shirts, 3 gowns, and we started that way until now. You probably have a wardrobe full, depending whether you have a wardrobe full, or you have a bag full, or you just have 5 hanging. The truth is, You were not born with that size. It started gradually. You've changed clothes over the years. You've had to change clothes. You've had to expand. You've had to give some out. And then right now you are here with this amount of clothes. And even belongings. Let's think about even belongings that you have. It didn't just come to you at once. So you started buying this thing. For example, this board that I have here, it was bought. The couple of books here, this is not all, there's a lot are in the bag. It was bought one by one, and then until you have like a variety. It's the same thing with starting move. The people that are sent to you, the people that your product belongs to, begin to catch up one by one, one by one. One by one, they'll begin to catch up. They'll begin to catch up and they'll begin to, recognize you, and they will come to you. It will take time. Sometimes it will take years. But you see, again, our generation, we just want, you announce it today on Facebook, 1 million likes, 1 million buyers. And if you don't get that, you want to commit suicide, or you feel you're not good enough, so you want to reduce on the publicity, or you want to not do it again. You are depending so much on the acceptance of some people that don't even know what they want. There's a saying, I've heard somebody say that sometimes people you are even selling to your audience generally, they don't even know that they need it yet. Have you ever seen? I'm sure this has happened where you bring out something at first, whether it's a product, whatever it is that you sell, even if it's food, you begin to sell 1 year, 2 year, 3 years. You have some people they just be greeting you, they're not buying from you. Then maybe your 5th year, they just happen to, please, I want to buy that yourself. So you want to say, let's assume that you were waiting for that particular person to buy from you, or you were disappointed because Brother Kunle did not buy your food, or you didn't come for your buka or your restaurant lunch. You now say you want to close. No, Brother Kunle may just be quite a little bit. It may just not be fast in catching up, and it doesn't mean your product or your service is not valid. When apart from Brother Kunle, I'm using an example, not being fast in catching up, you may just say that he doesn't need it now, so you can't force it. It doesn't mean your product is not valid because people don't need it now. If they don't need that, they need it in the next 1 year. I just released a book, Purpose is in Pieces, Relationship Questionnaire. So simple. And not only a book, I also released about 2 courses for relationship, partners, design, and choosing right. Some people have not come to buy now. I'm not going to close the course or say, I've not had 200 students yet. Oh my God. I'm saying at this time of the video, this time, 23rd of July, 2019. It doesn't mean I'm not saying, this course, so what's the matter? Even if you don't even had one student, it doesn't mean some people, they're not looking at you. They don't know that they need it. They want time now. A breakup will hook somebody, or something will happen with somebody in the relationship. And the person is going to be, for some, they're not even in a relationship yet. Some of the people that are your customers. So all I'm trying to say is, when you do products, especially when you do a product that you know that your creator, our creator, God has asked you to do and he has led you to do, don't place the validation of that product on the way people accept it. They accepted it. And I'm not saying you should not take feedback. If you need feedback, you need feedback from time to time. For example, the book I released, Purpose is in Peace, some people are like, my name is not showing so much, so I need to get it back to the designer, and they're like, we need to, make the name show more, or we need to do it in such that when it comes out in the print, it shows better. So feedback is different from people don't understand the product, so therefore you want to carry it back. No. Do you know how many industries people did not understand yet, including this YouTube stuff? People did not understand. In fact, the people thought YouTubers were people that did not have a destiny. But did it stop YouTubers from recording? No. Imagine those YouTubers that are big now and are influencers on the platform decided that, my family members, they don't think I'm doing something meaningful with my life. Let me close this YouTube thing dream. The examples a lot of people use now on YouTube, how to do YouTube videos, come from those influencers that started way back when YouTube was not. I'm not talking about now that YouTube, everybody, is something to look out for. But way back. But it doesn't mean their product will not valid. They did it one step at a time, and kudos to those people that kept up. For some, they started, people insulted them that they weren't doing something sensible, and they stopped. Unfortunately, now it is something that has even blown out of people's imagination, and they are looking for how to struggle back. So don't be that person that's going to be struggling back into the market because you were waiting for the world to validate you. upgrade your appetite. The appetite that people have, especially this is a very this generation life lesson, is very poor. When you learn some things that people want to do, or some people, all they want to do now is they just want to get endorsement from brands, or all they want to do now is they just want to, the appetite is very low. You just want to be famous. You have statements such as, I'm passionate about fame, or what, very, very funny things. And you're just wondering, is this all that you have? No, there's more to you. There's more that your life can do. There's more that your presence can do, okay? Beyond just wanting to have the flashy thing. Some people's goal in life is to reach 10 million Instagram followers. Then when you reach 10 million Instagram followers, what next? You have to have a bigger goal. You have to have a bigger dream. You have to have a bigger reason for living. And you have to do with a lot of introspection, exposing yourself to the right kind of people, taking courses like vision is the new CV to actually understand, so what is even my life vision? Don't just be among the people, because let's say you have a good job, and it happens to people that already are kind of like comfortable. Maybe they have a good job, they have good family funds or something. So you just feel like, all I want is just tour the world. There's nothing wrong with touring the world. It's when you tour the world without a vision, a purpose, a goal, passion, that it becomes a problem. So let's upgrade our appetite. Life is bigger than being endorsed by a brand. I don't want to call brand, but life is bigger than having millions of followers. I like how, well, I have to say it, but I like how many people have said it. When you die, people are not going to say, oh my God, I like the way she posed when she was in the bottle of this drink, you fill in the gap. Oh, I liked how many followers she had. And there's nothing wrong with having a number of followers, nothing wrong with that. It is what you do with those things. People are going to remember for, I like the way she sang, or the songs she wrote changed my life in 2013 when I was going through this. It's specific. Your life existence, your life presence have to be specific. It has to have specific results in people's lives. So you can't just be doing things on a vague level. Oh, I want to just have this. I want to just, even if it's 2 people you decide that your life will touch, you have to be intentional. And again, I said it starts with introspection, being the kind of people you're around with, and upgrading your knowledge gap. Perhaps you've always thought that is all to life because of the TV shows that you have watched, and you thought that was all that life and happiness, that was all that needed to bring in life and happiness to you. But there's more, and let's upgrade our appetite in this generation beyond just pursuing numbers. Let's begin to go deeper. Okay, let's not just go for the lens let's not just go wider. Let's also go deeper. Let's also go to specifics. I want to X, Y, Z, 10 people. If it's 10 people I can touch in my lifetime, do it. We are too much of the, 2,000 people attended my conference. What if the 100 were sleeping? In this generation, we are too much of 1 million people but what if somebody used it as self-help instead of helping the person's self? Let's not concentrate on that number thing that we see. In fact, some of these people that this generation are following, the older people, our generation are following the older people, they have a lot of debt. So yeah, when you now see them with 2 million followers, or you see that 3 million people bought their book, you now be getting jealous. And you think that, meanwhile, those people, in the last 30 years, they've been talking to 10 people in 100 countries every year. Which one have you done? How many 10 people can say, oh, I can vouch for this person? None. Okay, I don't know you, but your situation, do it for yourself. So it may not be known for everybody, but make sure that you have depth and you're really connecting to people. You're not just all about, I just want to make impact. I just want to make impact. I just want to make sure that you're actually really, really making impact. You're actually effective. You should take personal effectiveness course. That will help you upgrade this point. Then there's this be yourself adage that everybody says, oh, be yourself, be yourself, be yourself, be yourself, be beautiful. How can you be yourself when you don't know yourself? You need to know yourself to be yourself. A lot of time, a lot of people see themselves conforming to a lot of other things that they ordinarily would not, because they have not taken time out to actually understand themselves, understand what works for them, and understand how to be comfortable in decisions that works for their greater good. So you need to find yourself. If you're in that situation, low self-esteem, you don't know what you want, you're always doing what other people do, Destiny Design Workroom Diversity is waiting for you. We made those courses for you. Don't even delay or give any excuses. Just go there and go and choose the course that would upgrade you from that life crisis. The point is, you need to know yourself. And we know ourselves there. There's nobody that's going to be there. Says, and I know myself. Oh, okay. I don't want to know myself again. No. Then you realize it's about, you're like, oh, I actually like to sing. Oh, I didn't know that I liked pepper that much. I didn't know that I liked spending time with people, but not for more than 3 hours. You know, you get to know yourself more. Don't just be the cranky, frowny. If you don't know what's wrong with you, I don't know. You don't know because you've not taking out time to discover that. So when you know, it helps you relate better and helps you to be more valuable to people. I want to give myself an example. I'm the kind of person that I like to do things. I like to compartmentalize. I do this first. I do this next. I do this. I'm not the kind that, so let me give an example. I have people around there. They can be on WhatsApp. They can writing. They can be doing this. They can be doing that. I do a lot of things, so I'm privileged to have the design and energy to do a lot of things, but I compartmentalize a lot. Okay, this time is for this time. So you're not the kind that you will just see, let me just say, on social media, just there like that. And I will say, oh, I'm on social media, but I'm doing something else too, and I'm doing a third thing, or I'm doing a fourth thing. No, for me, it's distracting. So for the times I want to do something, I will be offline. That is why a lot of time when it comes to calling, I usually ask people, of course, respectfully, because some people do not understand. It's just that I've come to understand me, so I understand how it works for me. Oh, can we schedule a call? Because not generally, I'm not just the type. I'll give myself an example. No, I'm not saying this is what works for you. I'm just giving myself as an example to help you find yourself. I'm not just the type that just calls, just pick call, some people can pick call every 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 15 minutes, 5 minutes, 2 minutes, they're just on the call. I'm like, man, once I've started doing something, I have to finish before I get to it, before I get to the next thing, be it a phone call, whatever the case may be. I don't know how to. A lot of people do, sorry, 1 minute. Hello, I don't know how to do it. I've seen people do it, and it's not that they feel the life. I'm not just that kind of person. I found that about myself, and it has helped me to relate to people. So when people are like, hey, let's do it, I'm like, oh yeah, so how does 9 p.m. work for you? Because I know that I want to do every other thing before that time and schedule my time with you because you're important to me. I'm not going to say, oh, just call me sometime in between 3 p.m. and when you're calling me, I'm watching like hello. So how are you now? So how's your husband? How are your children? Okay, I'm not usually, I'm the kind of person that will tell you, okay, let's do this by 9 p.m. By then, when you call me, I may not even be drinking water. It's just you. It's all about you. Because I have discovered myself. So find what things work for. A lot of people are confused, and you have the gift. Some people, because I've had people say, oh, I don't know how to do many things. I don't know how to do many things. By the grace of God, I do many things and I'll still keep doing many things. It's just my destiny. But God keeps helping me because I've come to understand myself. You are saying you may not know how to do it because you don't know how to, you've not understood yourself yet, or you don't know how it works. You can do many things excellently well if you plan it out well and scheduling. If you're in this particular case, you should take prioritizing, planning, and scheduling for greater productivity. That way you can do many things and still, what's the word now? And still be effective, especially in this day and age when we have a lot of scheduling too. Like social media can schedule the product, so you can do a lot of scheduling. I sent out there are some creatives, like some copies and some write-ups I sent out yesterday, 22nd of July 2019, for my books and all that, my releasing of the books and all that. Those write-ups, I wrote it in the morning before I came online. I didn't just go on social media and just started typing what to do. Because I knew that at that point in time on social media, somebody may wanted to chat me up, I may be in the middle of the conversation. So I already had it prepared in my email. So I knew by this time I would send it out because I was intentional. Of course, I was releasing a new book, so I was needed to be intentional about it. I can't just and I'm not saying I do that all the time. It's not all the time I create specific content or copies, but I had to do that because it was a new book. I needed to know how to express myself in such a way that I connect with my audience. So doing that in the morning did not make me confused in the evening when I was sending out what I needed to send out. So I wasn't maybe chatting with somebody and getting cranky. Oh, I'm coming, I'm doing something. No, you are the one. You should have done that thing like 6 hours ago, and then you get it down, and then you can now do it, because we would always have times where we can multitask. So you know that when you're multitasking, they're not things that are really taking a lot of brain power, and you can now easily just do it effectively without frowning your face or getting annoyed. Oh, I hope that you're getting my point. Anyway, so to the 8th point and then to the 9th point, and then we'll close. This video should not be more than 1 hour. The difference between you and the other person you admire is the choice of the person choosing to do the unconventional. A lot of times people want to become outstanding and they want to become different. They want to do something good, but they keep doing the same things. And I'm saying doing the same things. I'm not saying your neighbor is sweeping with broom. Go and get a brush and sweep. Not necessarily. But how are you refining yourself to be outstanding? What are you imputing in yourself? Of course, that goes with finding yourself to actually be outstanding in what you do. It doesn't mean that you cannot use broom if your neighbor is using broom. Because I think that when people here do things differently, they think, maybe if I'm using a camera now, you should use a laptop. Or if I'm using a laptop, you should use a... Or if my neighbor is releasing a book, I should release a magazine. Not necessarily. Because every single thing that we produce actually has a difference and has different flavors and colors to offer to the world. But how are you refining yourself to actually be different? And it takes me back to that, my point number 1, your integrity, your poise, your honesty, your loyalty, your service attitude. Are you the type that it's only your business or the things that you do that you are disciplined, or what's the word, or that you are consistent? Okay, my light has gone off. Are you the type that is only in your workplace that you are disciplined, or that you are consistent? You are not in any other place. You are not consistent, you are not disciplined, or you are not to be trusted, or to be... You have to excuse me. Yeah. Okay, this is very dark, so I need to put on the light. Please excuse me. This video is very interesting. I am very, very sorry. In fact, that's why I have to do my part, so that we can change our nation. So that when we want to do something with light, we can actually finish through. And especially because this video is not going to go through editing. I didn't do my regular, call a video editor and all that. It's just kind of like, it's live, but it's not live. So it's just as I'm doing it, that's how it's going to go out there. Again, I apologize. But I'm making a very important point. I was talking about how you should be different. Okay, so difference really comes with your value, and it comes with your character. A lot of people think difference is in the tools. Oh, okay, I have the latest tool. She's using broom, I'm using brush. She's using soap, I'm using I'm using a detergent. That's not really it. It's about the refineration of yourself. So check in yourself, make sure that you are adding values and habits to yourself that will make you outstanding. And let me let you know, I know, see, I'm emphasizing this thing because it's very important. In the long run, that's what will help you. That's what will help me. That's what will help us. Habits, value, the way you value people. Your word, your word, don't make your word watery in the presence of people around. I know what I'm saying because hey, I know how it is for some people to send me a message or say something, and I'm just like, yeah, you mean the next 1 week or something? It is not. You make your word solid. Make your word solid. And again, we are human beings. Times when you cannot keep up, whatever, apologize. So these are the things that make a difference. These are the things that distinguish us. Oh, this person is loyal. If this person says 5 o'clock, it's 5 o'clock. If this person says it's $250 million that is in the bag, it's true. She doesn't steal. Things like that. Because these are the things that people are thinking now doesn't, or are acting like it doesn't matter. It matters a big deal. It matters because eventually the people that are in the or claim to be your gang of deceitful set of people. You know those kind of people that are like, oh, let's lie together or let's cheat together. When they need something, maybe for their children or for their relatives, they will leave you. They will go and find that person, that you people have tagged as holy past holy. Then they will trust that person with whatever it is because they know that is the consistent character of that person. So don't be in that gang of as you say one thing you don't do. Do not be discussing with your friend. How much did she pay me that she wants me to do? No, your friend, they will laugh with you or your group of people. They will laugh with you. Then when they really need it, usually people don't come to you. They will go and get the person that they can trust, that their A will be A, because they know all of you. If you say you are in Lekki, you actually mean you are in Mushi. So you don't want to work on your values. If there's anything you want to take from here, please take that. Take that. Take that away from this lesson. And finally, number 9. Number 9 talks about manipulating things and trying to get a result. So when you manipulate things, you lose confidence. When you manipulate things, you lose confidence. A lot of people in this time and age, this day and age, have the tools. Even some of these things are provided, like the tools to manipulate, if I would say something like that. You can spike up your numbers now. You can do anything you want to do. You can, you can what? There's nothing that people do not have as example, especially this generation and numbers. Oh, 2 million people. Oh, something. But you see, if you manipulate something and you do not work to actually get that thing, you will never have confidence in that thing. Never. You're never going to have confidence in that if you do not work hard to get a particular thing, whatever the case may be for you. I don't know, if you just manipulated the figures or the process, you work hard, you will never feel confident, because maybe let's say when accolades and different things start coming to you, you will be having people will be congratulating you, greeting you, you'll be having self-doubt, like, I'm not really sure. Let's say, for instance, you wanted a movie role. You knew that there was somebody that, was good and they were working on. You desperately wanted it so bad. You offered to have sex with the director to have the film. Let's say you acted well. Then your name comes out on the billboard and all. You will never feel confident. That's why you see a lot of, or some celebrities or, popular people, they're not just at peace. Not everybody manipulates. A lot of people work hard, okay? So that's why I say so. For some, it's because they manipulated their way through the top. So they know that no, it's either they did not do it well or they know that it was not their time. They forced their way through it. When you force your way through it, you never have confidence. You always be thinking. You always be a doubt. You have, should I? Shouldn't I? Would I? That will be your mantra. And I'll close with boyfriend. Oh, and yeah, by the way, let me even talk about body parts. So it's the same to a body parts. Somebody was sharing the story of how somebody went for a body job and all that, and this person still came back having low self-esteem. That's if the esteem had not even gone lower. After doing a proper body, like I think taking fat away, I think the person always felt that the person was fat, and the person thought that the solution was to go and do a body job. The result was not the person. At the time we had this discussion, the person was, going through cancer, and what the person should have gone through at the beginning. And that's an advice to some of you. Some people, when they say, oh, come for counseling, now that they think, was counseling. Let me just go, and then you now come back. And by the time you come back, the price has increased. So if you need counseling, if you need to take a course, if you need to buy a book, please do it now. Don't do as if people are trying to steal from you. My lights are getting dim, and so am I also closing this production because the working up, and this is just why I prefer to do a pre-recorded session that is going to be edited, but it's fine. Anyway, so you have to do a lot of talking, you have to do a lot of so counseling. I was talking about counseling, about how you basically would want to escape that route. You think you want to, so is their husband and wife or boyfriend and girlfriend, you say I don't have money or something, and then 10 years later or 5 years later you come back more frustrated than you were. So if you need to do something now, please find a way and do not make excuses for it. So it's the same thing I was rounding up saying, it's the same thing with a guy. You can't manipulate a guy with sex, and then I'm not even going to say, oh, and he will not marry you, run away. No, just say you manipulate him with sex, you have a baby for him, you marry him, you will drag. It's only you that will be dragging that marriage. You know why? You manipulated it so he can't be interested. I mean, it's going to take a total turnaround, a total revolution, a total refineration in the life of that guy. Because you see, the way you met him, the way you dragged him into marriage is the way you have to sustain him. And really, if he's going to be getting it outside, the same way you did it before, having sex outside of marriage is completely wrong. So if he's going to be, if that's how you lured him into marriage, oh, I'll give you my body so that you marry me or have children for you, you will need maintenance outside too with other people, because you already broke. It's not even about the sex now. It's now the principle that you broke, the principle of waiting before marriage. So you don't expect him to wait till he gets home to have you. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I'm talking about principle right here. What I'm trying to say is, do not manipulate him. Do not manipulate yourself into a marriage. Do not manipulate yourself into an organization. Do not manipulate yourself into anywhere. So like the acting role that I gave an example of now, if you find yourself in something like this, you find yourself in something like that kind of acting scenario, you want a role, it may not just be your time. Get to understand and calm down. Your time will come. Your time might be next 2 years, okay? Like I used to say, is it to myself? I used to say it. I don't know if I've said it because I do a lot of saying to myself. If you are not called today, so in my industry, we have a lot of teaching, training. So let's say you are invited, or let's say in 2008, you started seeing some set of people and you always desire that, oh, I want to be invited, for instance, to be taught, to teach these people, or I just want to have this kind of opportunity to teach these people out of a pure heart, or not just because of the glam and fame. The principle I always say, how I used to calm people down, is that, oh yeah, celebrate the other people that have been invited. 2 years, 3 years, 6 years, 5 years, it's okay, celebrate them. You keep working on yourself. If they don't invite you today, they will invite you tomorrow. Eventually, they may need to change the person that they're inviting, or they may need to alternate speakers for a particular year, and they will need to call you. But you see, it's not going to work with you jumping all around the nose of the organizer. Please, Sarah, please help me. Please, no, you go back, train yourself, do what you need to do, infuse knowledge, wisdom, everything that you need to have. Get more equipped. Maybe you're not, sometimes, another time or job, when you try to manipulate something all the time by force, but it even shows you are not ready. Because usually, people that are even ready, they are busy. They are really busy. You have to call them that, please, I need your, I like what you do. I've been seeing what you do. I've heard of you and all that. Please, I would like you to come, and be a blessing to my organization. They're usually already busy people. But you see, when you're jumping up at the job, it shows that you're not even busy enough. So go and serve somewhere, okay? In my book, Purpose in the Pieces, I demystify the discussion of serving somewhere means you are a slave or you are inferior to the person you are serving. No, there's nothing like that. All those things are lies that are now destroying the hearts and the minds of people. So you see the Be Your Own Boss hashtag. Really, it's not about being your own boss. It's about adding value to the lives of humanity. So I hope that I have been able to give you tools, lessons, techniques, equipment, everything that works. Let me know how you are going to use these lessons and how these lessons have been impactful to you. Share with your friends. Share with your friends. And I hope it is interesting enough. It has been so interesting enough. I trust. I mean, it's interesting to me. I like how I'm like, this is a video I watched like 10 times. Okay, maybe that's an exaggeration. Oh, but yeah, in reality, because I trust that you were just flowing with everything. The point is, put it into practice and then actually make changes with yourself. Okay, if you feel bad at a particular point, it's not for you to feel bad and sit down. That's it. It's for you to actually work on. So that next year, when you're watching birthday lessons, you've improved. Do you understand what I'm saying? I have 2 books that I just released yesterday by the grace of God. Purpose is in Pieces, The Relationship Questionnaire. The Relationship Questionnaire is a heart-to-heart counseling resource manual, Q&A manual to help ladies that are in relationship or about to go into a relationship answer questions that they're usually ashamed to ask in public gatherings. So what we did, my team and I, is that we got those questions together and then we really put in work into answering them. Did a lot of questions, and some questions are even really tailored designed. Okay, so you have fun reading that book. It's kind of like it's a letter to you, because you're like, questions like, it's my sister, this is my sister's situation. Exactly, that is what the book is supposed to be. The book is not just supposed to be one general book talking to everybody and nobody. It's a book that's supposed to be talking specifically to you. Purpose is in Pieces, in summary, is a book that talks about how serving and going through different phases in life, such as maybe working in an organization, is not purposeless and fruitless. In fact, those things are very purposeful and usually are a big stepping stone to your purpose. So this book, I especially dedicated it to people that are in the career. And I'm not saying those that are in career and you know that you should leave. No, they are in the career and you know that career is for you. But you are not feeling enough because you feel that this person that founded or started an organization is doing better. No. This book is for you, so go and read it. Nobody is inferior, nobody is superior. We all have different life lanes and different destinations, so make sure that you're not comparing yourself to anybody. So go and read that book and buy for everybody. Catch me on my social media. The descriptions are under this video. Subscribe to W.O.N.D.I.V.A Global Community Channel, and then of course join us in the W.O.N.D.I.V.A side of life. Make sure that you're checking out Destiny Design Workroom courses and see the one that is important to you and the one that you need. I do personal counseling all week. I'm here to serve you. If you need one-on-one counseling for whatever case, somebody reached out to me yesterday asking if I do depression. Yes, depression, self-discovery, relationship, reach out to me, self-esteem, self-confidence. I am more than happy to help you live your whole life. I'm Nkechi Immanuel, and this is my gifts and my birthday lesson. Yeah, my gifts, my birthday lessons to you. I trust that you have enjoyed it. See you up. See you on every side of greatness. Thank you so much for listening to me.